Welcome to MPUNGWE-PUNGWE YouTube channel. Subscribe for you to enjoy more of our videos anytime we upload.
But also when Chiromon did ask you about the transaction which was supposed to be concluded by 18th of November, was this after the registrar's letter or to stop the transaction or before the registrar's letter? If it was after the registrar's letter to stop the transaction, why did you go ahead doing it? But also you said that the EMG, you were aware that you knew that you can even do the transaction. But for you to be in the safe side, did you ask the registrar whether the EMG was having the powers to value the hotel, or you just went on without even asking the registrar for you to be on the safe side? The other question is, did you also write that we were asking you about the transaction of the 12 billion, and you said it went to the RBM on the transaction you were able to see, but did you write them just to be in the know that you've sent the monies to them, or you just assure that the money has gone to them? If yes, indeed, you wrote them that you've given them, or you've transferred the money 12 billion to them, are you having the documentation of that you wrote them? In your statement here, if I got you right, you said you proceeded with the transaction because when the registrar told you to stop with the transaction, you thought that they give you the other chance of saying, but after you've given us the documentation, then you can go ahead. Did you verify, or you just thought that maybe this is what they were talking about? Did you verify with them to hit that? Are you serious that we can go ahead, or what do you mean that we need to be doing as a board or the acting principal? These are the questions which I thank you, Chair.
Switch off your mic. Thank you, our senior, for those submissions, the questions. Acting Principal Officer, can you take questions from Mulanje West? Over to you.
Thank you, Chairperson. The questions from Mulanje West. The first one was, who is this legal services manager? She's Marianne Mpango, working as the legal services manager at the fund. And the other question was, why did you, when was I appointed and when was she suspended? I was appointed on 27th October and she was suspended on the 6th. I have the letter. I can confirm. She was suspended on 7th January 2026, and I was appointed on the 27th October 2025. When did the registrar write on the restriction? The registrar, the letter of the registrar was written or is indicating the date of 14th November. But as I indicated, it reached us on the 17th November. Was it before or after the negotiations? It was after the negotiations. Did you ask, the other question is, did you ask the registrar to confirm if we could do there was a question to indicating that did you ask the registrar to confirm? We did not ask the registrar. We did not revert to verify to the registrar. The other question was, did you write the registrar to ensure the money went to them when you indicated that the money went through the RBM? we did not write the confirmation. We did not write to ask if the money had reached the registrar. Did you verify with RBM that they have cleared that we can proceed or not? We did not write the RBM to verify that whether we can proceed or not. Thank you, Chairperson.
Supplementary from another question?
Thank you, Chair. So the allegations which are referring to the registrar, are they in good faith or not? Because if you didn't even check with them, but also the Royal Commission's press release came out on 19th of November. And yet the letter from the registrar got you in 17th of November. Then why are you saying that the registrar was acting from the social media? Yet you got the letter first before the press release from the Law Society.
Relax, my dear brother. When you remember us, I'll give you the floor. So you can proceed, acting principal officer, to take that one.
Thank you, Chair. My insinuation that the registrar works on social media is because of what the registrar communicated when we had a meeting on 19th. They said they received whatever they were questioning or pursuing from anonymous tips. So that's my basis, not what the Law Society wrote. They told us that that's where they get information regarding the fund. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you have time, acting principal officer, kindly go through the report that was submitted by Malawi Law Society. If you want the copy, Secretariat can give you, because the issue of whistleblower or anonymous they're there. In fact, we as a committee, we also asked Malawi Law Society to consider engaging the Attorney General, the SCB Director, the Minister of Justice, because all these are part of their, or members of their society. So documentation is there, but it's entirely up to you to go through it, or you can let it lie low. I see there's a hand from Lilongwe. Before, is Lilongwe Pen, is it a supplementary? Okay. If it's a supplementary, let me start with a supplementary from Chirazulu Nyungwe. After Chirazulu Nyungwe, then we'll come to Lilongwe Pen with the same supplementary. Chirazulu Nyungwe.
Thank you, Chair, for recognizing the people of Chirazulu Nyungwe to provide a supplementary. I want to touch on the suspended legal services manager. Chair, I'm in possession of an email that was written by Charity Gambatula, who is part of the Secretariat, and this email was addressed at the old board. So the email goes, and this is to do with, just to make things clear, this is to do with the 17th January minutes. So I'll read the email. The email says, hello, Chair and PO. PO, I'm assuming, means Principal Officer. Please confirm that the minutes attached the true copy that was signed by yourselves and the signatures penned are not a result of forgery. Regards, Charity Gambatula. And then, in the same effect, this email was written on the 25th of November. I think this is when there was an issue to do with whether the minutes existed or not. In that effect, there was a response from James Daire Kumwenda, who was the board chair previous. And in that email, he sent it on the same day of the 25th of November. He sent it to Boyd Hamela, to George Jim, to Charity Gambatula, to Marianne Pango, And the subject is the same, which is confirmation of signed minutes. Dear Charity, I confirm to have signed these minutes. Kind regards, James Diary Kumwenda. So with this email, Honorable Chair, I'm inclined to think that the former board chair, who's James Diary Kumwenda, actually confirmed of the minutes. Therefore, we're hearing about one of the reasons why the legal services manager was suspended was because she had forged minutes. But this email thread clearly shows, and the controlling officer was part of that thread. It clearly shows a confirmation that the minutes existed, they were signed, and the one that had been said to have signed them confirmed in writing that he had signed them. So the controlling officer is under oath. I would like for him to retake that whole issue, or perhaps retake the oath. It's late, maybe he must have forgotten, but let's revisit this issue. Did we really suspend the legal services manager because of forgery when we have a thread of emails confirming that there was no forgery? Thank you so much, Honorable Chair.
Thank you so much, Chilazulu Nyungwe. I'll give him more time to respond before I proceed to Lilongwe Mpenu. But on the issue of retaking the oath that you're out of order, I think let's give him the environment that he deserves, because a continued reminder to him that he's under oath, it's like we're trying to force him to review something which is not ready to review. So I want him to be free, and it is within the interest of this committee to give you all the time and benefit of doubt that what you're giving this committee is just but factual. When we're done, the committee will sit and do analysis and give recommendations. So you can proceed to respond to Chilazulu Nyungwe. Over to you, Acting Principal Officer.
Thank you, Chair. I maintain my position that she was suspended because of forged signatures on the minutes, because when she had submitted to me the minutes, and I called the former body chair, the former body chair indicated that he had not appended his signature. That time I called him. So if in the subsequent, the 25th is the very same 25th that I've read an email when these meeting minutes were being discussed. This forging of the signature on the minutes happened before 25th. And why it had to be before the 25th? Because we had to submit the minutes to ACB, and by the time I wanted to submit, even in the writing, in the cover letter, I had indicated that at the time that I was supposed to submit these minutes, there were no signed minutes of this meeting. And it's because of the trustee deed that dictates that for minutes or documents or board resolution to be a true copy of the fancy documents should be signed. So it was this having signed minutes at the time they were wanted. The subsequent presence of the minutes, from my explanation, you can recall that there were processes that were done to have the minutes deliberated, then get signed, or talking to the body chair. So by the time I wanted to submit it to the ACB, the minutes, the signed minutes were not available. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much for that submission. I recognized Lilongwe, Kilazulu Nyungwe, you are raising supplementary on supplementary? Okay, please. Yes, but he had the supplementary.
Thank you, Chair. Let's revisit this timeline. The suspension, he says, took place on the 6th or 7th of January 2026, based off of a claim of forgery. However, he's saying that the minutes needed to be submitted on the 25th of November to ACB. But the controlling officer is missing the fact that he continued to act on the suspension in the next year of 2026, even though the email is dated 25th November, the same 25th November. So regardless of whether he had to submit to ACB or not, the grounds of forgery in this case are the ones to be in question. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you so much, Kilazulu Nyungwe. I think that can be part of the observations, but by the committee, that will help us to arrive at a decision, because we are gathering information from all key stakeholders, and as we go along, we'll have a report comparing the information and getting to a conclusion. I had recognized Lilongwe-Mpenu. From there, we'll go to Achabe Central.
Thank you, Chair. Let me also say that I will not ask questions in the next round, because I've asked my questions through these supplementary questions. Controlling officer, you, in your submission, indicated that you thought that the registrar gave clearance for you to go ahead with the transaction on the basis of a clause, a paragraph in the letter that the registrar sent to you. We had the registrar this morning, in which the registrar clarified that the intention, the spirit of the letter was to stop you from going ahead with the transaction. However, had you opted to go ahead with the transaction, the registrar asked you to submit a comprehensive report to justify your opting to go ahead with the transaction. Do you know, or do you understand, that this is what I would call a contingent approval? In other words, approval subject to certain conditions being made. In this case, a comprehensive report. Did you submit to the registrar a comprehensive report justifying your position?
Yes or no?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, it was submitted.
Kindly finish the committee with what you submitted to Reserve Bank. Can you put that as your take home?
Yes, Chair.
When you're doing that, including the contract that you suggested in the earlier, I think earlier on when we were discussing the same on the contracts, because I want to make sure that you're comfortable and the other things that you're raising have documentary evidence. In that way, it will be good not only to you or to this committee, but to everyone, the country, especially those who are waiting, looking forward for that pension. You're looking at the teachers, you're looking at police officers, the prison warders, you're looking at so many people who are interested in this thing. So we need to arrive at a conclusion basing on the facts. So you're free to deposit all the evidence with Parliament. Achabe Central, I'll give you Achabe Central. I had recognized Chikwawa North, but let me give Achabe Central, then I'll get to you, Chikwawa North.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairperson. I want to ask the controlling officer the following question. Sir, your substantive position in the Malawi government is that of being a deputy director in the Ministry of Agriculture, correct? Yes or no?
Controlling officer?
Yes. Fine.
My senior, remember when you've asked a question, remember to switch off the mic so that you give the controlling officer time to respond and be recorded without breaking. Acting principal officer, can you respond to Achabe Central?
Yes, I confirm.
Achabe Central, I'm the chair. So you know how we proceed. So anyway, I'll switch off my mic so that you proceed.
Thank you, Chair. His substantive position in the Ministry of Agriculture is that of being a deputy director in the ministry, not a director, not a chief director, not the PS. I'm asking this question because he was then plucked or removed from agriculture and planted on the pension fund to manage a budget of 9 trillion. Who appointed you from agriculture to save on the pension fund? Who, not the government, who appointed you? I'm asking this question because we have information that Madam Colini Zamba had a meeting in Mzuzu. From that meeting, she proceeded to appoint Chizaso Nyirongo from the OPC, where he was serving, and planted him on the pension fund as the board chairperson. And you were removed from agriculture, planted on the pension fund, and you were made the controlling officer. Who appointed you to save on the pension? First question, sir, to save on the pension fund. Thank you very much.
Acting principal officer, I'll come to you. Don't worry, we have all the time. This is just but 8:45. Don't worry, we'll give the time to the senior so that in the event that he feels that he can excuse himself, he can take leave. To you colleagues, the young ones, who are here, is our colleague. Let's not complain. Controlling officer, can you take that one?
Thank you, Chair. I was appointed to the pension fund by the Chief Secretary, Dr. Justin Said. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that answers to your question in Achabe Central. He's saying he was appointed by the Chief Secretary. When was that? Do you have a letter?
Yes, Chair, I have a letter dated somewhere 6th. I have forgotten the date, but I have a letter from the Chief Secretary that I was appointed to the pension fund. Thank you.
You may not be clear in terms of the date, but I'm sure you should be in a position of knowing the exact month. So can you recall on top of your head, acting principal officer, when you got the appointment?
It was in October 2025, Honorable Chair.
Thank you so much. Achabe Central may wish to know that the rules on when to switch and when not to switch. So Achabe Central, you're my senior, so I need to give you all the respect that you deserve. Do you have another question, Achabe Central?
Yes, Honorable Chairperson. The question was being asked because when he went to the pension fund, he proceeded to suspend the legal manager And then he proceeded to issue a letter authorizing the fund manager to effect payment. Where did you get the authority from to instruct the fund manager to effect payment on the sale agreement? Who authorized you? Thank you, sir.
Acting Principal Officer, you may take that one from Achabe Central. Your time.
Thank you, Chair. Instructions that I implement at the fund are supposed to come from the board chair. So I got instruction from the board chair as the head of the board. Thank you.
The question, who instructed, if it was a board chair, sir, if it is Mr. Nyirongo, who instructed you? The question was, who? Give the name, who instructed?
Achabe Central. You know the rules on how, when to take to the mic and when to switch on. Relax. Your son is seated there. Let him have the feel of Parliament. Acting Principal Officer, can you come out very clearly on who actually instructed you to execute some of those things? Acting Principal Officer?
Chair, I was instructed by the board chair, Mr. Chinzasu Nyirongo. Thank you.
Acting Principal Officer, are you aware that the board chair appeared in his capacity as a board chair with his board members, and the board chair has a vice. The vice had not seen a copy of a sale agreement, and in this meeting, other trustees did not see a copy of a sale agreement with Amaris Hotel. Only the chairperson for investment.
Welcome to MPUNGWE-PUNGWE YouTube channel. Subscribe for you to enjoy more of our videos anytime we upload.